The UK's Culture Secretary has told the country to get ready for a summer of fun as the vaccine rollout gathers pace. Britain is also preparing to host a number of world-renowned events. Some experts say social distancing and vaccine passports of some kind will be needed to facilitate large crowds. But how will small businesses cope? Oliver Regan takes a look.
The fields around Silverstone race circuit remain quiet and empty, but perhaps not for long. The British Grand Prix is one of a number of sporting events the government is hoping to allow fans to attend in the coming months. It's part of what it's calling a summer of fun. And for Alex Bethune, who runs Intense GP, a motorsport glamping company, it's a welcome relief.
We've had a very tough, very quiet year of just hunkering down, keeping everything ticking over. But now we're very excited about the prospect of our first event of the season going ahead. We've got bookings carried over from last year to this year, and also we've been on sale right the way through because we've been reliant on taking those deposits to keep the business afloat.
The UK's $115 billion events industry has been one of the hardest hit by the pandemic. Thousands of companies like Intense GP have been effectively mothballed and their workers furloughed. So the prospect of a return to some kind of normality would bring a huge boost to the sector.
The UK government has announced plans for pilot events over the coming months to test the large-scale return of spectators. The FA Cup final here in May could see up to 20,000 fans inside Wembley Stadium, still some way short of its 90,000 capacity, but a significant step towards events with fans taking place once again.
But is it promising too much too soon? Some experts believe that without improved testing and more detail on vaccine passports, events of this scale could be unsafe.
Then we're not going to be seeing 20,000 people in the FA Cup final in May. It's just not going to happen. It's dangerous, and I would not be doing it without having vaccine passports and testing on the doorstep of these events to make sure people who transmit are not put in the same environment as individuals who are vaccinated.
For small businesses like Bethune's, it's this uncertainty that is causing the biggest headache.
We'll do whatever it takes to make the event go ahead. Our biggest concern is that risk factor, and we are forking out money now for goods and services to happen for this year's event. So really just some sort of clarity as to whether or not things are or aren't going to happen and how that's going to work. So as all of the money we're shelling out now and all of the work we're doing now is going to have some reward and not go down the drain again like it did last year.
This was how Intense GP used to set up at Silverstone on race weekend. But with COVID-19 cases rising as this year's Grand Prix edges closer, Bethune is still no clearer on whether the proposed summer of fun will be realistic or not. Oliver Regan at Silverstone for TRT World.